Well, Leafs on the second night of a back-to-back lose 3-1 to the Winnipeg Jets at the Air Canada Centre, and a very highly anticipated game against these two teams. The Leafs lose, like I said, 3-1, and it was a lot of depth scoring from the Winnipeg Jets. Quickly, Josh Morrissey, Dustin Byfuglien, and Andrew Kopp. So no Wheeler, Laine, Mark Scheifele, none of those guys getting on the action, except for assists from Blake Wheeler on the Byfuglien goal on the power play. Nikolai Ehlers, yeah, okay, some assists, but no goals from the big lines. But there was a big turning point in the game that I will get to in a little bit that I want to talk about. First things first, the Leafs, shots 29 apiece, very evenly matched shots against. Now, the Leafs take the lead, and nothing happens in the first. 10-10 in shots, both goalies make some big saves, and we're even after one. McElhinney's been playing great hockey over the last little while, all season long, really. So he's 10 shots against, I think, for each team, and I'm not worried about Curtis McElhinney whatsoever. And the Leafs get the power play. Oh, you don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that. Austin Matthews looked like he had a Mitch Marner pass up his sleeve as a beautiful slap pass backdoor to Patrick Marleau, who kind of like tips it in the net. His 26th of the year. Matthews, and of course Jake Gardiner grabs an assist, and Leafs up 1-0. Then Josh Morrissey fires a puck at the net. It has eyes, and it finds a way into the net. We are tied. A little bit after that, not long after that, puck played on Curtis McElhinney, kind of bubbles it, but kind of like dives out a little bit to make the save, no problem. Oh, jeez. Mark Scheifele, you kind of had room to get out of the way. I don't know what he saw. Clearly didn't really mean to do it. But instead, Curtis McElhinney goes down, kind of gets hit in the head, shoulder, knee to the head, whatever the heck hit him there. So you saw his head jerk back in one of the angles. That's never a good sign. He's down for a little bit, gets up, kind of shakes it off. He looks okay. Then Jake Gardiner takes this boarding penalty or something like that. I mean, it looked like a little push, and he kind of turned his body so his face was facing the boards. But anyways, I mean, it's a call that probably should have been called. But Curtis McElhinney didn't get any interference call for getting bowled over. We talk about goalie interference. If a guy on a goal, if a guy gets a stick even remotely close to the goalie, that's goalie interference. But if a guy, don't worry, it didn't go in the net, McElhinney has it, but he gets bowled over, that's clean. Don't worry about it. We're good. He's out of the paint, though. Shouldn't matter, man. Jeepers, creepers. I don't even, that was a weird one. I don't know why I said that. But honestly, where's the penalty? Where's the goalie interference penalty on Mark Scheifele? Whether he meant to do it or not, it happened, and it should have been a penalty. Like, what, 15, 20 seconds after that, Jake Gardiner takes the penalty, and then, McElhinney a little shaken up, obviously. Dustin Byfuglien floats one on from the point, finds a way through. Big screen in front. I forgot who was standing in front, but it was a nice screen in front. Bar and in. Leafs down 2-1, and then late in the second period, Andrew Kopp scores on Curtis McElhinney, and like I said, the hit on McElhinney, and then, not getting a power play, and then Jake Gardiner getting the penalty, and then giving up the power play goal, just everything fell apart there. But we got to look at Leaf fans, we got to breathe a little bit. For one, Freddie wasn't playing. And another scary thing, Travis Dermott blocks a shot with the side of his foot, doesn't put much pressure on it, and he heads to the dressing room and does not return. You've got to be kidding me. Remember a couple of games ago when I was just talking this guy up, how since he's been up, he's been a plus 17? Now he goes down with injury. I am praying that it's just a bruised shin, or it is a bruised something, or something like, I want to hear nothing broken. That's what I want to hear. Because the Leafs have 3 games left before the playoffs. And I do not want to see Travis Dermott out for the season with a broken ankle or something. I don't want any of that. Because he has been such an integral part of this team. And you saw it. I mean, look the way this game went. McElhinney gets hit. All that stuff happens. Then Dermott leaves the game after getting hurt. You know, and then you just get pummeled down, and the Leafs really don't get any offense going. Look, you're down 2 goals in the third period. What should happen? The Leafs should pile shots on. They lost in shots 10-7 in the third period. Didn't really look that desperate. Did they play good? Not really. Yes, it's a back-to-back. Look, I don't like using that as an excuse because baseball players do it every single day. Now, is it as grueling as this? No, I wouldn't say so. But they don't play back-to-backs very often. Now, again, like I said in the Raptor video, except this one, it means more of it. This game really doesn't mean a darn thing. The Leafs know where they're going to be sitting in the playoffs. Whether we know who we're facing or not, that's remained to be seen. You know, I don't know what happened tonight. I know Tampa won yesterday. Did they play today? They didn't play today, but Boston beat Florida. So that means Boston jumps Tampa again. So that's a bunch of craziness going on there. So the Leafs, you never know who you're going to face. The playoffs are a different beast. We've all learned that over the years. So it really doesn't matter who we face. Because the Bruins keep finding players up their rear end. And you're, let me just take you out of there. Okay, boom, 30-goal score. It's just, honest to goodness. Like, a lot of these guys on their team I've never heard of, and yet they're putting up ridiculous numbers. I'm like, well, who are you? Look, that's called a good team. I don't like Boston, but they're a good team. That's all there is to it. And for the Leafs, you can't go any lower. You can't go any higher. You just want to finish the season strong and healthy, Travis Dermott. That's all you want. And if the Leafs, they lost today, it's fine, whatever. You play Buffalo Monday, then you play New Jersey Thursday, then you play Montreal Saturday to end the season. 3 games remaining before the playoffs. I'm pumped. I know you guys are. We just cannot dwell on this game, but I know we all got to think about Travis Dermott until we hear the actual news, any x-rays or any of that stuff. Maybe he's okay now. I'm not sure. But for Leaf fans worrying, don't. Because look, once you get in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen, right? And you think about this team and some of the losses they've had this year. You lose to Buffalo, you lose to Arizona, and you're like, what the heck's going on with this team? Look, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this right now. Buffalo is beating Nashville 6-4. In Nashville. That's what this great sport of hockey does. Any team can beat any team on any given night. You just never know what team's going to show up. For the Leafs today, they were playing a good team, and they got outmatched. That's all there is to it, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys are pumped for the playoffs. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What do you guys think of this game? What was your turning point in this one? And also, are you worried heading into the playoffs? Who would you rather face, Boston or Tampa? And like I've said in many other videos, we'll get to that. Words, James. Come on. Like I've said in all the videos as of late, and I will continue to do so until the playoffs begin. Guys, Twitter is down in the description. Follow up, DM me on there. If you guys want to go down to Maple Leaf Square, Jurassic Park, whichever team you want to cheer for, I'll be trying to go down to as many as I possibly can. Be down there, cheer on the team. Again, DM me if you guys are going to be heading down. I will be letting you guys know in probably the playoff let's say we play Milwaukee in round 1. It'll be Raptors versus Bucks round 1 preview, and I will let you guys know there kind of what my plan is for which game to go down, all right? So I'm just letting you guys know right there. Also, like I said before, let me know if you guys are planning on heading down. Let me know where. Not really where. Let me know if you guys want to go down. That's all I want to know. I've had a few people contact me about that. That's great. Let's see if we can get some more of you guys, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. Again, we'll talk to you guys Tuesday. Podcast edition, a couple days from now, as Leafs, Raptors, Jays, you guys know how it is. Link in the description for the podcast channel, link in the description for the podcast itself on iTunes, and we'll talk to you guys, Raptors edition Tuesday, as they take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland, looking to rebound from this tough game and play some defense. That's all I got to say about that game. We'll talk to you guys Blue Jays edition tomorrow, as they take on the New York Yankees, Marcus Stroman versus Sonny Gray in the finale of that series. Jays looking to split their opening series against a very, very good New York Yankees team. Hey, it would be a great start and a much better start than last year, but we're just going to have to wait and see. And like I said, we'll talk to you guys Leafs edition Monday, as the Leafs take on the Buffalo Sabres at the Air Canada Centre. Can we please beat Buffalo? And we'll talk to you guys then, hoping to get back in the win column.